हाँ, मस्ती चल रखी है यार इसमें।
हेलो। हाय सुबोध। गुड इवनिंग। क्या हो गया? Beneath का literally my seat, he was on the other line. I'm sorry, did you hear anything else after that, or they just wanting an update? Hmm. So पीछे क्लाइंट का ही फ़ोन आ गया कि आई एम गेटिंग मोर कॉल्स, व्हाट नीड्स टू बी डन, टेल मी। मैंने कहा बताता हूँ।
शेषर से बात करनी पड़ेगी अपने को। आप वैभव क्या बोला था, शेषर से बात करी थी कि वैभव ने?
नहीं, वो कह रहे थे कि विनीत ही बात करेंगे शेषर से सीधा।
वो तो करते हुए दिख नहीं रहे, अपने को करनी पड़ेगी शेषर से। ये दिक्कत तो आपको हुई है ना यार, अब वो कर लेंगे बात जब उनको होगा। परेशान तो अपन हो रहे हैं ना। जल्दी आ जा। मैं चौथी बार कर रहा हूँ भाई। कनेक्ट भी कर लेते हैं एक बार। वो अगला डेमो ही है क्या इसके बाद में भाई?
हम्म
406901। डबल चैनल कर दिया। स्क्रीन कौन सी आएगी मेरी, एक्सटेंडेड आएगी नॉर्मल आएगी? क्लोन चल रही है, ठीक है। कहाँ पे था मैं? 3D सिक्योर बता रहा था मैं। ओके, क्रेडिट मेमो, वी हैव एडिशनल फीचर्स लाइक क्रेडिट मेमो, 3D सिक्योर एंड मच मोर। ओके,
क्या
कहाँ कहाँ से क्या क्या कवर करें? आप तो कह रहे हो जितने कवर कर सकता हूँ कवर कर दूँ, है? ये भी अच्छा है यार, सभी कवर कर देंगे फिर तो। आ जाओ उस पर आ जाओ, स्क्रीन देख लें एक बार।
अपने डेमो का भी ट्राई रन कर रहे हैं ना?
करके देख लेते ना क्या आ रहा है यार, पता चल जाए मैम को भी मेरे को भी क्या क्या दिखा रहा हूँ मैं। स्क्रीन पे हो रहा है, देख डेमो दिखाओ, डेमो कैसे दिखेगा। ये जो आ रखा था वही खोल लो ना। अच्छा, एक्सीलेंट दिख रहा है पूरी। तो दोबारा डेमो वाली स्क्रीन पे रहो भाई, इसमें नीचे वाला कट कर लो। ये समझ रहे हो ना, ये एक्शन बार हटा लो, ये मैं नहीं चाहता एक्शन बार दिखे। हाँ शुभम। यस सर, हो गया डन सर। पता नहीं इसने डबल चार्ज कर लिया और रिफंड दे देगा मेरे को। ड- डॉलरों में भी ले लिया और रुपए में भी ले लिया पूरा। हाँ, मैं वही देख रहा। हाँ मतलब वो न्यूज़ तो आ गई थी मेरे पास में, बट रुपए में महंगा पड़ रहा है यार, डॉलर सस्ते पड़ रहे थे अपने को तो। मैं भी वही, मैंने कहा अब छोड़ो, अब तो क्या करूँ। उसने डॉलर में भी चार्ज कर दिया, रुपए में भी कर दिया, दोनों में ही कर दिया उसने मेरे को तो। ठीक है। हाँ, पता ही नहीं, पागल है ये। और डॉलर में जब चार्ज कर रहा था 5% टैक्स ले रहा था, अब 18% ले रहा है। हद है यार, मतलब पहले ही ज्यादा, उस पर 18% टैक्स और ले रहा है। महंगा, हद है। हाँ 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 हाँ, तो शायद वही आ गया इनके, तो इन्होंने भाई लोगों ने मतलब यार 18% कर दिया 5% टैक्स से। ठीक है, चलो मैं करता हूँ ना एक बार, वेबिनार का डेमो देख रहे हैं यार बस। ओके सर। हाँ सर, बताओ सर, क्या कह रहे हो आप सर। डिस्प्ले, डिस्प्ले में आएगा डिस्प्ले सेटिंग, हाँ बताओ सर। रिजोल्यूशन एडवांस में आएगा। रिफ्रेश रेट तो यही आ रही है, कलर प्रोफाइल।
एडवांस में वो रेजोल्यूशन
हाँ दिखाना चाहिए था ना,
बिल्डिंग।
इसमें दिखा रहा है।
हाँ, इसी को आपने एक बार 19 बिल्डिंग का कोई ऑप्शन आएगा इसमें।
बताओ कौन सा करें ये।
हाँ नहीं करना ही बोलिए।
ये करते हैं 4K भाई, लेकिन दिखेगा ही नहीं भाई, मेरे को नहीं दिखेगा भाई। बदलते कैसे हैं इसको। और बताओ सर।
एक बार ऊपर करने के लिए उसके लिए ऑप्शन
हाँ,
है।
यहाँ पे ऑप्टिमाइज फॉर,
मेन
ऑप्टिमाइज फॉर कैम लिंक प्रो,
ठीक।
यही चलाना है।
और इसमें आपको कंफर्टेबल है?
अरे चला लूंगा, मेरे क्या है, डिस्कनेक्ट करते हट जाएगा ना।
यहाँ पे इस पर फुल होता है।
ओ सही है, हाँ हाँ सही, क्या दिक्कत है। हाँ कोई दिक्कत नहीं है सर, चला लेंगे चला लेंगे, थोड़े समय तो चलाना है।
तो आपको ये जो ब्लैक स्पेस आ रहा है ना यहाँ पे, ये
हाँ,
हट गया। ये हटाऊं फिर?
हटा लो तो अच्छा है, नहीं हटाओ तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं। देख लो, हट जाए तो ठीक है, नहीं हटे तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है भाई। ठीक है, चलने दो, मैं बंद कर दूंगा फ्री फ्लो, बंद कर दो, छोड़ो बंद कर दूंगा, छोड़ो अभी तो। हम्म, याद कर रहा हूँ मैं क्या क्या डेमो दिखाने वाला था, मैं ही भूल जाता हूँ। इस वेबिनार वेबिनार वाली फील नहीं आ रही यार, पता नहीं यार।
ये चार्ज ऑन है ना?
वेबिनार वेबिनार वाली फील अलग होती है, सर्विस नाउ के वेबिनार में अलग ही फील होती है। मैंने कहा भाई क्या चल रहा है, क्या पूछ लेंगे। कहाँ गया इनवॉइस स्टेटस समरी। This looks good. So as we land into Charjon, this is how it looks like. But let's quickly deep dive into, how you would be able to charge a particular customer, what all things you would be able to do and how you will be able to do it. So we can simply, भाई 6 बज गए यार, मैं कॉफ़ी पीऊंगा यार, खाना ही नहीं खाया मैंने अब। सॉरी यार, यार भूख लग रही है यार। आप पियेंगे सर
पी लूंगा सर।
कोल्ड कॉफ़ी।
कोल्ड कॉफी।
हाँ सर, बिल्कुल सर।
कॉफी
मोर्निंग।
नहीं करता मैं।
Hello? Hello? क्या मोनू जी जोरदार है यार इतना ऑटोमेशन तो मैं नहीं रखता यार
इधर भी एजेंट्स एट वर्क हो रखा है
हाँ मोनू मैं कह रहा हूँ 2 कोल्ड कॉफी स्टूडियो में है ना हाँ हाँ so let's deep dive into quickly let's jump into directly how charge on works and what all things we will be able to do. Then we will cover each and everything. I will try to cover what all we can provide, but I think you might have to sit in here as long as the movie Odysseus was playing, which is approximately 3-4 hours I believe. So we have a lot of functionality that we will have to cover.
but this demo is not an IMAX.
Yeah, this time was not an IMAX, my bad. All right, so let's quickly jump into an opportunity and see. Right now, I have configured it for opportunity use case, but you can configure any object as you see it fit. So let me open up an opportunity. So let's open up Titan Manufacturing Automation. And as you can see, we can see this complete visibility of the opportunity and the amount that we have collected and the total amount that we have refunded. Let's say I want to charge. So payment gateway is already selected shift 4. So by default, if you only have one payment gateway configured, you don't have to select it. But if you have 2 payment gateways configured and more gateways configured, even more than 2, then you will have to choose which gateway you want to use. You can choose either a preferred gateway, you can set it as preferred, and then it can be utilized. Now it is asking me whether do you want to do a card payment or a payment link. Let's say I want to do a card payment. It's now giving me how I want to collect it, whether it's an instant payment or a scheduled payment or installment or a subscription. Let's say I want to collect the payment now. I can simply choose the user that I have, and then I can add a new card. Don't worry, this is in my actual card, so you guys can copy it and try to buy tickets to RSS.
If you get any.
All right, so the expiry is happening. Now it is showing me a surcharge would be applicable if this is a credit card. Now the surcharge capability is also something that we are offering. So if you enable that, then if a card is surcharge, then automatically amount that you have defined for surcharge will be applied to it. Now this isn't a credit card, so I don't think it would be applied. It is, I'm not sure, but let's test it out. So let me give the address A1 Fifth Avenue, New York, 945316. Typing in any USA, and let's say I want to charge. As you can see, the amount is charged, an invoice has been generated, and you can see the details as well, and it is showing and it's coming up over here. We can see the transaction history for it from over here. So it shows the transaction ID which we received from the gateway itself only, and then you can see the details as well in it, and it gives you the complete visibility. You can issue a refund as well from over here. Let's say if I don't want to pay this much and I want a refund of 5,000, I can do it. So partial refund, full refund, both are supported along with reason that you want to specify. Let's say if I say other, he just wanted some money. He back. I click on refund, the money will be refunded and a transaction history for that will also be created, as you can see. So that is all possible with this, and we can simply go back to the reference record, and then we can go to the invoice itself only, and you can see the total amount will be displayed over here. Then we have send invoice functionality as well that allows you to send an invoice. So it shows up from which particular email you want to send it. So it will show all the emails that are configured within your org. So you can choose which you want to use. and that's a good thing to have. And then you can say, identify which emails you want to send, what's the subject, what's the message, and then you can see the amount that we have charged, as you can see this, and then you can see discounts as well and all of those things. Again, those things were configurable and available, so that is something how it's possible. भाई ये सिंटेक्स घटिया लोगो लगा के दिया है इन्होंने, मैं बोलना पड़ेगा उनको, बेइज्जती करा रहे हो यार तुम मेरी यार, भाई लोगो ठीक करो। अभी वाला बहुत खराब है, रीच आउट टू मार्केटिंग टीम इफ, लोगो दे देना भाई यार समृद्ध को, ये सब पता नहीं, ये मेरा लोगो भी नहीं है, ये तो मैंने जो बनाया था। ठीक है, टैक्सेबल इनकम आ जाएगी, टैक्स अमाउंट आ जाएगा। Yeah, so this is how the email will look like, and we can send it, and it will be sent to the email itself only. Now this is, you can do manually. If you want to automate it, you can do that as well. You can have a flow, you can have an automation do all of this for you, so you can utilize that as well. And this is how the transaction would look like. And let me jump into this. Let me try to charge it again. Let me charge. And as you can see, we can edit. And as you can see, we can edit line items as well. So if I edit line item, I would be able to set the, various informations as well. Now, all of this information will be captured into the invoice as well in invoice line items. So you can see unit price, you can edit this as well. You can see, the quantity as well. You can modify this as well. You can modify the discount as well. You can modify the tax as well, and then you can utilize it. If there is a shipping charge that you want to add, you can click on add shipping, and shipping will be added as well. You can define what the amount would be and the tax percentage on that shipping as well. Now, all these values that I'm configuring are linkable. I would not say linkable, I would say are configurable itself only. So they get picked up from the payment object itself only. So you don't have to do it again and again. So that is also possible. So that's how it works. Right now, I only had one item, one opportunity line item available. That's why it was just one, but we can have multiple as well. So I click on done, and then I can charge, and the amount will be charged. बहुत लंबा डेमो जाने वाला है, तो मेरे को दिख रहा है, जो मैं बोल देता हूँ एक बार इधर भाई, 2 अपॉर्चुनिटी में लाइन आइटम ऐड करो, एंड एटलीस्ट 2 तो करना, ज़्यादा भी करते हो। And you can see the invoice available over here. So you can see all the invoices for a transaction. Now, I have been charging a lot on this particular opportunity for the sake of the demo. That's why you see so many. So there is there. Now let me open it up just to show you one thing. When we click on send invoice, you have this complete, way of defining what the invoice is, what the charges are, and all of that. Again, all of this is configurable. Now, let's say I don't want to charge right now. I want to maybe, schedule the payment for future. Or maybe let's say I want to use some different gateway and some different, payment method itself only. I want to, utilize bank payment, and then I want to schedule a payment for future date. So I can do that as well. अरे बैंक पेमेंट के लिए भी सब कॉन्फ़िगर करना पड़ेगा। ठीक है, थैंक यू मैम। So as you can see, we can do bank payment as well from over here. Let's say if I want to send a payment link, let's see how that payment link will look like. I will click on the instant payment link and I will, again, I can modify the invoice line items and everything. So I'm just sending the payment link. So the payment link would be sent. But for the sake of the demo, I'm going to assume that the payment link is received and I can simply open it up. और पेमेंट लिंक का भी वो दिखाना है ना यूआई। अरे घटिया लोगो लगा दिया यार हर जगह ही।
मैं देता हूँ, मेरे पास ना, मैं वही ढूंढ रहा था, मुझे यहाँ पे मिल
आप
गया है।
ग्रुप पे डाल दो, आप
हाँ,
ग्रुप पे हो ना?
हाँ हूँ।
बोल दो यार, वाहियात
मैं
लोग
वो
मत लगाओ
फोल्डर ही
यार।
शेयर कर देता हूँ। तो पुराना वाला लोलो गया हुआ है।
वो मेल दिखाना पड़ेगा मेरे को, मेल के बिना मजा नहीं आएगा। हाँ भावना, कर दिया मैंने ट्रांजेक्शन वो। हाँ भावना, हाँ वो। वाह, मेरे को लगता बंद करना पड़ेगा मेरे को ये। कोई मतलब नहीं है इसका। उन्होंने मेरे को बस, मैंने भी शायद इसलिए ले लिया क्योंकि उन्होंने मेरे को कितने 180 दिन की वो फ्रॉड प्रोटेक्शन दिया है। अभी लगा लो एसबीआई वाला, लगा लो आप तो फिर कोई दिक्कत नहीं है मैम, मुझसे ले लेना कुछ चाहिए हो तो। ओके मैम। कहाँ है यार ये मेल? कहीं तो आया होगा। भाई भाई
शॉर्ट
भाई भाई
सर्किट हुआ,
भाई
क्या
भाई।
हुआ?
ऐसे ऐसे
वो एकदम कैजुअली बैठे रहे कि कुछ नहीं हुआ, रोज होता है।
सच्ची में रोज तो हो गया है। ए यार फिर से हो गया। अरे भाई मेल आता है ना यार इसका, ये रहा, ये आया 2:17 पे आया था भाई यार ईमेल। ओटीपी, हाँ मैम ओटीपी। एक सेकेंड रुके। 727355। डन। हाँ, ये कौन सा प्लेटफॉर्म है वैसे? हम्म, ठीक है मैम, ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है, ओके। कहाँ दिखा रहा था फिर? लिंक दिखा दूंगा मैं, लिंक खुल गया था। So this is how the payment link will look like, and then they can simply choose how they want to pay, and the sim can simply provide those details. And the payment will succeed, as you can see. So this is how we can utilize payment links as well, and it can be utilized. It will work like this. And then we have the functionality to either, create a subscription for them where we charge them on a regular basis, whether it's weekly or however you want to, you can choose it. So let's say if I am charging the customer, I can simply specify when I want to charge: weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, quarterly, whatever it is. And then I specify the start date. Let's say I want to charge it from tomorrow onwards, and I don't want to end it. So we can simply utilize it. And if there is an upfront amount that you want to collect, we can do that as well. So let's say if it's at 100, then we can do it. And will show that 100 amount will be collected. And then from later on, every week they would be charged this much amount, and we can then start. Or let's say if I don't want to do it, if I want to create an installment for them, which is we want to collect a payment, but we want to divide it across different transactions or different scenarios. So we can define we want to collect total the payment in 10 installments. Then we can simply choose every month on the second we should be charging them for the next 10 months, and then it will be divided accordingly. Moreover, let's say if they decided that they want to pay some lump sum amount upfront, we can do that as well. It will show that the lump sum amount will be collected today, and from 2nd of August for every month they would be charged this much amount, and then we can charge it like that. Then we have various ways to handle it, so we can utilize it like that, and we can charge them. बड़ा समय यहाँ लगेगा धीरे धीरे करने में, हाथों से लिखना पड़ता है. We can set up the installment and it will work. अरे सर
मेरी वो प्रीमियम से स्टैंडर्ड पे चला गया, तो मेरे सारे अकाउंट,
अरे यार
और पता नहीं किसी ने क्रेडिट ऑन कर दिया, तो $4 अपने पैसे
नहीं 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 $1300 दिए अपने को, डोंट वरी.
मैं तो बंद कर दिया, मैंने कहा यार $4 कैसे लगे.
कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात
क्रेडिट
नहीं.
बंद कर दिए मैंने.
इन लोगों ने $1300 दिए हैं अपने को फेबल यूज करने.
वीकली लिमिट
ओ बिल्कुल सर,
मेरे सारे काम उसमें ब्लॉक.
सभी अनअसाइंड है सर, आप असाइन कर लो, आप अपने आप को वो कर दो ना. अच्छा
तो ये अचानक से कैसे हो गया?
मैं बोल रहा हूँ डबल चार्ज कर दिया इसने, सब कुछ बिगाड़ दिया यार.
मैं अपने आप को प्रीमियम सीट दे दूं?
कर लो कर लो, आपके
मेरे को एक परचेज करनी पड़ेगी क्या?
हाँ कर लो, ओटीपी आएगा इसमें से ले लेना. लैपटॉप लेके आ जाओ यार, भावना को फोन कर लेना, आप कर लो, भावना के पास ओटीपी मिल जाएगा आपको. भावना को मैंने ऑटोमेशन लगा रखा है, भावना के पास चल जाता है इसका ओटीपी. ये एआई कंपनियां हैं, ये क्लॉड है, ये क्लॉड सबसे महंगी वाली.
उड़ते
2 चार्ज कर लिया, भाई का सब्सक्रिप्शन उड़ा दिया महंगा वाला. ये कह रहे हैं जॉबे खा जाएंगे हम.
यूज एआई इन चार्ज ऑन. हम वेबिनार दे रहे हैं यहाँ पे, एआई इन चार्ज ऑन.
यार सच्ची है भाई, देखो यार तुम, मगर डबल चार्ज कर दिया, उनका प्रीमियम टियर हटा दिया.
इनको बोला ना, मैं खाते बनाओ, एआई में कुछ नहीं है, लेजर बनाओ उसी में लिखो.
अरे यार कहाँ गए अपन, क्या बात कर रहे थे. हाँ तो यहाँ पर आ जाएगा, रिकरिंग पेमेंट्स आ जाएंगे. मैं क्या क्या दिखा चुका अभी इसमें, वो तीनों दिखा चुका मैं. We can even authorize the payment as well. So let's say if you want to simply authorize some payment, we can do that as well. This is a very important thing for hospitality industry, where they have to hold an amount during the stay itself only. That's a good way to start. Or for a car rental company that rents out cars, so we have to hold a certain amount for a duration. We can do that. We simply define what's the amount that you want to hold. Let's call it $1,000 that I want to hold, and I can simply click on authorize. मैंने कौन सा करा यार, ऑथराइज नहीं करा, मैं कुछ और कर दिया. मैं तो ऑथराइज हो गया. हाँ ठीक है. And the amount is authorized, as you can see. And if you want to ever collect on it, we can simply capture the amount. Now I can capture the amount for the transactions. उड़ाना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. I can capture the amount until कितना आ रहा है. ठीक है, हो जाएगा. I can capture the amount which I have authorized or below it, but not over it. As you can see, I will click on and it will capture it, and that's done. So we can utilize it, and it makes a lot of sense, and it gives a lot of flexibility to those particular businesses itself only. We can do that, and we could even void the payment as well. If we had captured it, but we don't want to charge them, we can simply click on void, and that amount will be released. So that is also possible with ChargeOn now. And then we can register a token as well. So if you want to capture the payment method of a customer on capture the क्या बोलते हैं इसको? On card, payment on card, payment on file, card on file. We are. If you want to register a payment method, if you want to capture a payment method so that we can charge them later on, we can do that as well. We can specify who the payer is, and then we can simply capture the card itself only. And that's it. The card is registered, as you can see. So that is also possible now. And then we have the functionality to capture cash payment, check, wire transfer, and all of that. So if I want to correct it, I can specify the amount, the reference number, let's say reference 98712, and bank account was Apex Bank, and I can provide a screenshot as well for it, and then I can utilize it like that. और क्या क्या दिखाना है इसमें? क्रेडिट मेमो भी बचा है. एजेंट फोर्स तो पहुंचा ही नहीं अपन.
एजेंट फोर्स ये तो पूरा नेक्स्ट स्लाइड ही उसके ऊपर है. एजेंट फोर्स इन ChargeOn.
ठीक है, तो यहाँ से आ जाएगा. मुझे एक दूसरी अपॉर्चुनिटी उठा के चलनी पड़ेगी उस पर से. Let's say if there has been development and the customer want to we got to know that we charge them more than what it was owed, then we can simply create an invoice error. फिर दूसरा यूज के सोचना पड़ेगा यार. मैं कर देता हूँ. Let's say if the customer the customer did not like the services, so the customer purchased some items from us and they found out some of the items were not up to the quality, and what they want to do is they want the amount for it. or they are simply saying, give us the credit note or give us the surety that we can use this amount later on. So we can simply create a credit memo. We can specify this is the returns, and then we can specify why we are returning it. For example, items were broken on delivery, and then we can specify the amount that we are refunding to them. Let's say 900. So a credit memo for 900 will be created for them, and we can even specify that it will be auto applied on recurring invoices as well. So created. Now that amount is there and visible to them. So to show you what that means is, let me go back to the opportunity and we come to the Titan Manufacturing, and then we can charge the customer. Let's see, we try to charge them and we are charging them instant payment. But now this time, instead of charging them directly, let's say I want to use the credit memos that we have. Now over here, you can see the credit memo that are available. So this is a credit memo that we just recently created. Let's say I want to apply it, so I can apply it. I can choose how much amount I want to apply from it. Now I can do that. Let's say if I want to apply this particular as well, I can do that. And then I can specify the amount that I want to apply for it. So all of this is possible. So it allows us to do all of that. So let's say if I want to apply $500 from this credit memo, so it will simply charge the amount and then apply the credit memo as well while charging it. So now the transaction history in this particular invoice has two transactions. One is the credit memo that was settled, and the other one is the gateway transaction. If I come over here, I would be able to see that it is a credit memo payment that was settled against. And that is how we get the complete visibility, and we can even utilize that as well. And we can see the credit memos that were applied on this by simply going to, यहाँ पे credit memo दिख रहा है कहीं पर? We can simply identify it by going to the credit memo itself only. बोलना पड़ेगा उनको. Please add credit memo ID to the transaction history if it is settled by credit memo itself only. Check if you could do that and add it. So I can simply go to the credit memo to see to see what the credit memo status is. Now 001 होगा वो. As you can see, the application shows that the credit memo was applied, and we can see it from over here. वो दिखा नहीं रहा लिस्ट में, इसलिए दिक्कतदारी थी. कोई बात नहीं. बट हाँ, क्रेडिट मेमो भी कवर कर लिया मैंने. रिकॉर्ड एडवांस पेमेंट में दिखाऊं फिर तो अब मैं, यार भाई यार. मैम आधा घंटा तो खींच जाएगा आपका आराम से. अभी तो भले ही मेरा थोड़ा टाइम ज़्यादा लग रहा है क्योंकि मेरे को कुछ कुछ चीज़ें सोचनी पड़ रही है. So record advance payment is the functionality where we are, let's say, capturing a certain amount without even any transaction. So let's say you want a commitment from the customer itself only for a deal that they might be doing, or you might have a requirement that where you know that this particular business will be buying from us 2 months down the line, but you want to collect the money now for maybe your books itself only, or for some of the reason. So you can record advance payment as a liability in your system. So we simply come to the contact that you have configured, basically the payee object, and then you click on record advance payment, and then you can simply capture it. Now that record advance payment can be either, a transaction that you might have done offline on, something, maybe let's say cash or check or wire transfer or something like that, or you can simply charge it directly by the saved payment methods. You simply do that, and then you choose which gateway do you want to utilize, and then you choose which payment method you want to utilize, and then you charge it. And that creates a credit memo, again, a liability based credit memo, and then you can utilize the same. You can send it to via the email as well. So the customer know about it, that this is the credit memo. and we simply come over here, and as you can see, it's available to us. Now, not only this, let's say you have a opportunity where you are charging. Let's say you are sending them a payment link for a transaction that you will be doing in future. Let's call it this much, and you're going to do it on 30th, and you have a schedule a payment link. Now, while you did that, you got to realize there was an invoice error, meaning the amount that you were supposed to charge and the amount that you charge them is not aligning. Now you cannot take back the invoice, you cannot cancel out the invoice. You want to write off, or you want to fix that invoice error. So you can create a contra AR type issue credit memo as well. What that means is you simply choose what happened. So it was an invoice error that happened. We charged them more for the digital watch, let's call it that, and you update the amount from 1198 to, let's say, 500 only itself. And then what it does is it creates a credit memo of invoice error type, and it is removed from there. So now your books will be showing the right thing and the right data for you, and you can charge your customer accordingly. So you can do that as well. Now, let's say if something happens and the customer is not paying you. Now you want to close this invoice because your books require it, your P&L ledger requires it. You can simply use closeout invoice, and it will mark this invoice as a write-off, and it will be all sorted. So if I simply say client denied to pay, and that's it, and then this invoice will be closed out with the details and the information, and you are aware about it, and you are aligned accordingly. So there is credit memo. Now, credit memo is a functionality that not a lot of businesses will be requiring, but businesses in certain domains will be requiring it, and we have that functionality as well, along with the complete reporting and export capability to allow them to manage and run everything. Then we have transaction reconciliation as well. This is for those particular businesses. This is for those particular businesses where, they are utilizing the same payment gateway, but they want to reconcile the transactions that I received on the gateway and the transaction that I have in Salesforce. Are they aligned? Are there any payments that I captured in Salesforce, but it's not on the payment gateway? Or are there any transactions that I captured in payment gateway, but I haven't done them, I haven't captured them on Salesforce? They want that visibility. Typically, what you would do, export from Salesforce, export from gateway, then reconcile them for you, or reconcile them on your own. But now you can do it by simply running the reconciliation, and it will reconcile the amount that you have in Salesforce, and that is there on the gateway itself only. And you can see how many of them are matched, how many of them are mismatched. As you can see, there are many, probably because this is my sandbox and a lot of my development team might be utilizing it. So that's why. But you understand how much time it saves you. We were talking about earlier, it saves you the time for doing that automation itself only. Now you don't have to bang your head on the keyboard doing that. The system does it for you. So yeah, this is possible as well now. और क्या कवर करूं मैम? अभी भी बचे हैं यार, 5-7 तो मेरे को अभी दिख रहे हैं, स्क्रीन पे दिख रहे हैं.
मेरा और एक पैरेलल कंसर्न है, हमें जब देंगे तो नॉट एवरीबॉडी वुड बी इंटरेस्टेड इन दिस.
मैं ऊपर से भी दूंगा ना, तो ऊपर से मजा नहीं आएगा, समझ में नहीं आएगा ना फिर. मतलब राइट ऑफ वाला समझ में नहीं आता आपको क्रेडिट मेमो अगर,
क्योंकि आप पहले बेस सेट करोगे, फिर फंक्शनैलिटी दिखाओगे, फिर उसका रिजल्ट बोलना पड़ेगा. ऊपर से दिखाएंगे तो वो फंक्शनैलिटी अधूरी, या मतलब समझ रहे हो, वो जो एक इम्पैक्ट से आती है ना, वो एंड टू एंड नहीं आएगा.
मैं थोड़ा सा रिफाइन और कर सकता हूँ, मेरे को दिख रहा है, लेकिन अभी मान लो अगर अभी तक मेरे को 30 मिनट लगे ना, मैं उसको 20 मिनट कर लूंगा. आप सोचो कि 10 या 15 मिनट कर लो, वो नहीं हो पाएगा. 20 से 25 मिनट तक फिर भी लेके आ जाऊंगा मैं, रिफाइन करके, थोड़े अपने टॉक ट्रैक को शॉर्टन अप करके.
हम ऐसे कर सकते हैं कि हम एक या दो ही करें और फिर बोलें कि आपको और बहुत सारी यूसेस के हमारे पास डेमो वीडियोस हैं, वील शेयर दैट, और आप चाहे वीजे से या कोई और चार्जर की टीम में से रिकॉर्ड करके दे देगा.
इससे करवा लो.
मेरे को ये बेटर लगा है, जस्ट फ्रॉम अ जो टेक्निकल है ना, वो तो देख लेगा, पर मोस्टली लोग पूरा डेमो बैठ के डिटेल में नहीं देखेंगे. उस चक्कर में ऐसे ना वो डेमो बीच में छोड़ दे वेबिनार. मेरा एक कंसर्न मेरे को दिख रहा है.
इस वाले में तो ये भी था अपना कि कितने आ रहे हैं लोग बाग अटेंड वैराइटीज कितने हैं अपने लिए वो मैटर नहीं करता, अपन ये था कि अपन रीपोस्ट करते हैं
हम्म,
और रीडिस्ट्रीब्यूशन में ये वाला कंपोनेंट
चलने देते कोई
ठीक
बात
है।
नहीं, चलने लंबा चलने देता हूँ,
25 मिनट्स में भी
चलने देते मैम। अब आपने बोल दिया, मैं चलने दूंगा, अब नहीं सोच रहा,
ठीक
पूरा
है।
पूरा खींच देंगे अपन। हम अभी भी वो वाले नहीं ऐड करूंगा जिसमें 20-20 मिनट एक टॉपिक में लग जाएगा,
ये
बाकी
मिला
का
के
कंटिन्यू।
25 मिनट।
हाँ, 30 मिनट तक का डेमो चलेगा, आप मान के चलना। मैं कोशिश करूंगा जल्दी कर लूँ, रात को एक बार टॉक ट्रैक और डिफाइन करके।
आपने जब स्टार्टिंग में चार्जर इंट्रोड्यूस किया था ना, उसके बाद में जब अपना चार्जर पे थोड़ा सा डिस्कशन हुआ था,
हम्म,
उसके बाद में अपन ये वाली चीज बता सकते हैं कि चार्जर भी आ रहे हैं
ठीक है।
चार्जर,
जब चार्जों की बात हो रही है उसके बाद में
हाँ।
ना, ठीक है।
और फिर ये वाली चीज भी आप बता सकते हो कि सिंटेक्स ऐसे कौन कौन जा रहा है, अपनी टीम का भी थोड़ा सा
ठीक है।
दे सकते हैं detail।
मतलब लाइक नेम्स या सिर्फ टाइटल्स?
नहीं, टाइटल
टाइटल्स ना। ऑल्सो जो लास्ट में ऑलरेडी आपने ड्रीम फोर्स का सेक्शन
वहाँ
रखा
पे
हुआ
अपन
है।
डिटेल में डिस्कस करें।
ठीक है,
हमें ड्रीम फोर्स वाली चीज भी
समझ
नहीं
गया, ठीक है।
फिर देखो भाई, मैं ग्लोबल सेटिंग में गया ही नहीं था। अभी दिखाओ स्क्रीन पे, दिखाओ तुम ग्लोबल सेटिंग। अभी ये ग्लोबल सेटिंग है लेफ्ट में सारी, ये सारी कवर करनी है। बहुत सारा है इसमें, बहुत कुछ है अंदर एक एक में। सच्ची में बहुत सारा है, बहुत कुछ है सब में एक एक में।
6 साल की क्रिएशन है 20 मिनट में कैसे सम अप हो जाए?
बहुत सारा कुछ चल रहा है आई में। मैं एक बार बोल देता हूँ टीम को, सेटअप तो करके रख देंगे। समृद्ध, प्लीज have some automated collection scenarios created as well with few of the stages, and same for gateway routing as well. You can create a new object mapping and then do it. Please take an example of, if the region is US, we are using some other gateway. If the region is something else, we are utilizing something else, or some different kind of scenario. And for automated collection, you can have at least 5 to 6 steps. Please, we need a couple of invoice templates if possible. Maybe at least 3 invoice templates in different scenarios. You can simply change the name itself only, that's also fine. Two payment link templates as well. कितने सारे कॉन्फ़िगरेशन है यार, कैसे कैसे समझाऊंगा मैं। नेट टर्म्स और लेट फीस तो उठाया ही नहीं मैंने, लेवल टू डेटा भी नहीं उठाया मैंने। है जी, हाँ कर दो ना, मैंने देखी नहीं होगी, आप कर दो मेरी तरफ से। भाई एजेंट फोर्स पे चलते हैं एक बारी, वो भी देख लेते हैं। ये 70% तो कवर कर लिया अपन ने। एजेंट फोर्स अपना रेडी नहीं है, मतलब रेडी है, मतलब मैंने आपको बताया वो,
पिच नहीं किया।
मतलब भाई वो दिक्कत आ रखी है सेल्स की तरफ से, उसका अपन भी क्या कर सकते हैं।
तो अगर अपन उसको पिच नहीं करें तो अपन को हटानी नहीं चाहिए साइड यहाँ से, या
क्या
अपन
नहीं?
डेमो दिखा पाएंगे?
हम तो दिखाएंगे पर, मतलब हैप्पी पाथ तो चेक करके आ गया मैं।
ठीक है।
जैसे अभी वाले में तो मैं क्या कुछ भी कहीं से भी चला लूंगा, इसमें मेरे को पता है
एजेंट
कि
फोर्स
ऐसे
वाले
ऐसे
में
चलाऊंगा।
स्ट्रक्चर्ड ही उसमें
हाँ,
चलेगा।
ऐसे ऐसे ही चलाऊंगा, ऐसे ऐसे ही चलाऊंगा, उसमें मेरे को करना पड़ेगा। हाँ मैम बिल्कुल। नहीं मैम, 021113 अपना अगर आईपी बदल रहा होगा ना तो भी दिक्कत हो सकती है। कल कितने बजे है?
नौ
अपन कितने बजे मिल रहे हैं? ठीक है।
मतलब
नहीं नहीं, 8 से पहले तो आना ही
8
है।
बजे, बट आपके ऊपर है।
नहीं ऐसा नहीं, मेरे साथ ऐसा नहीं बोलते। 8 तो 8, नहीं नहीं, मैं क्या थोड़ा लेट डिस्कस नहीं करने का अपने को। शायद कॉफ़ी अच्छी बनाते हैं आजकल, पहले वाले से अच्छी है। लेट्स से सो अब एक और चीज बताओ, हेडलेस से 60 है, फुल्ली क्या बोले आप?
ये हुआ है
एजेंट फोर्स ज्यादा कंप्लीट हो चुका है सब,
हेडलेस, तो हम लोग हेडलेस का मार्केट ही नहीं करें, हम एजेंट को ज्यादा मार्केट करते हैं।
क्योंकि एजेंट फोर्स पहले हो गया था ना, हेडलेस तो अभी हुआ है, हेडलेस भी हो गया है ऑलमोस्ट।
हेडलेस कहीं हमने इवन जो हाउस की डिजाइन ये कितने
यार हेडलेस के पीछे क्या है ना, मैंने मुझसे कीर्ति आए थे, एक दिन आया, कीर्ति आए थे या कोई आया था, मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा, तब मैंने बोला था कि हेडलेस का स्ट्रक्चर चेंज होगा। मैंने हेडलेस के इस चक्कर में सेल्सफोर्स के भी एक आदमी से मीटिंग रखवाई है, बट आप मार्केट तो करना शुरू कर दो यार। कल बात कर लेंगे, कल बात कर लेंगे, मैं अपने डेमो में इंक्लूड कर देता हूँ, आप तो ऐसे भी आज निकालोगे,
क्लिप्स निकाल
आप तो क्लिप्स निकालोगे ना, मैं तो इंक्लूड करके रख देता हूँ, क्या जा रहा है
हमारी भी तो
आपको? जब करना है तो वो कंटेंट है, और जो कोई आके देख रहा है उसके लिए भी कंटेंट है, तभी बेस्ट है ना। ये भी लिख देता हूँ। You already have a slide for add it, एक स्लाइड ऐड कर लो, वो हेडलेस और एजेंटिक वाला है ना, उसके बाद मैं हेडलेस पीक इनटू वो कहते हैं ना, स्नीक पीक इनटू हाउ हेडलेस 360 विल लुक, ऐसा कुछ करके डाल दो। डेमो मत बोलना उसको, स्नीक पीक ही बोलना, क्योंकि मुझे भी नहीं पता वक्त के साथ कैसा इवॉल्व होगा, क्योंकि सेल्सफोर्स खुद चेंज कर रहा है, हम तो तैयार है हमारी तरफ से। अपन हेडलेस पे उस पे आ जाते हैं. So now we have Agent Force. So Agent Force is available. Now, what can Agent Force do for you? A lot of people think Agent Force will get the transaction history and the amount that I have collected or the amount that I'm supposed to collect will be available to me. And that is true, and it is, and it's very important, and it should be. But you don't need, some kind of custom actions for it, some kind of details for it. It's available out of the box from Agent Force itself only because it is that smart. What's important and where we, you know, are different from other agent exchange applications is we allow you to run your payments from within Agent Force itself only. Let me show you how. So let's say we have the same opportunity, Titan Manufacturing, in a different org, and let's say I want to charge $400 on card ending with 111 using Shift 4 gateway. I'm just telling it. And now what will happen is Agent Force is running, the Atlas reasoning layer is running, it is identifying what all actions are available, what all scenarios are available to it, and then it is going to let me know. ये नालायक बेइज्जती करा दी इतना बढ़िया बोला मैंने. Charge this opportunity. वैसे बोलूंगा ना यार, तो मैं तो स्मार्ट हूँ मैं तो. Charge this opportunity $400 using the card ending with 111 from the gateway Shift 4. And as you can see, it is telling me like I will be utilizing it. I just need to say yes and it will charge. See how smooth it is, how simple it is. So this is what ChargeOn is providing, and this is what ChargeOn will be able to do for you. As you can see on the screen itself only, the payment is successful, and I click on it and it will show. The transaction was successful. That's a great thing. And you can see it from over here. All thing and everything is there. Similarly, if let's say I want to, let's say refund half of the amount from it as customer wants refund, and it will do that as well. I don't have to click here and there and this and that. AI Agent Force will do it for me. I just have to say yes. How cool is it? So that is what Agent Force with ChargeOn is, and how easy it would be for you to manage your business. Now you can do many more things as well. Let's say we discussed in the last demo that we would be able to create a subscription. We would be able to create an installment for our customer. Let's say I want to do something similar. Create a installment for this particular opportunity where we would be charging the amount in next 6 months. So please create an installment accordingly. Use the saved card ending with 1111 from payment gateway Shift 4. And it will do all of this on its own. If there is certain information which isn't available, it will simply say, bro, what should I do? And I just need to guide him. And I'm going to say, and date. AI सठिया गया देखो अब यहाँ पे. अब इतना बढ़िया करा मैंने. रुक जाओ. Please charge $400. Please charge $40,000 to this opportunity in an installment where we would be dividing this complete transaction into 10 payments happening on a weekly basis, utilizing the card ending with 1111, utilizing the gateway shift 4. चल तो रहा था, अभी टेस्ट करा था मैंने, पगला गया है फिर से. As you can see, now it is showing us how much it would be charging. And I simply have to say yes, and it will charge. सिनेरियो थोड़ा सा सोच के रखने पड़ेंगे मेरे को. So all of this is possible with Agentforce now, and you can even refund the amount, charge the amount. You can simply start just one by one. Let's say you might not be aware about what all things are available, so let's pick up some different opportunity. सारे टाइटन पे ही करें, अब टाइटन ही यूज में लेना पड़ेगा. इसमें क्या था? Can you tell me how many transactions are there for this particular contact? जाएगा, डेटा बेस्ट है. हो जाएगा 20 मिनट में. ये है ना 438225 ना, मैं शॉर्ट कर दूंगा, कवर सब कर लेंगे, शॉर्ट कर लेंगे. 438225 है ना. चक्षु बाहर गए, क्वेश्चन पूछ लें चक्षु मुझसे बस. स्ट्रीम थोड़ी हो रहा है कहीं? नहीं, हाँ बस ठीक है. विदाउट नेम्स ही रखना है ना? भाई मैं कह रहा हूँ अपन डेक को देख लेते हैं. डेमो तो अपना सॉर्टेड है. अभी तक का जो डेमो मैंने बताया 20 मिनट में कवर कर दूंगा मैं.
ठीक
एम हेडलेस वाला 5 मिनट, 20 से 25 मिनट में कर देंगे अपन.
ठीक है.
मीट चार्ज ऑन हो गया.
हाँ.
की फीचर्स ऑन चार्ज ऑन हो गया है?
एजेंट हो गया, इंडस्ट्रीज ऑफ चार्ज ऑन आ गया.
हाँ, इंडस्ट्रीज ऑन
ठीक है.
चार्ज ऑन.
Vijay, thank you for that detailed demo. We've understand a lot of use cases, but now let's also talk about certain industries that ChargeOn can be frequently used by. I use the word frequently because ChargeOn can be used by anybody that
Yeah.
uses Salesforce, right? But let's talk about some industries that have a more use of ChargeOn as opposed to some other industries.
So definitely, finance and insurance is one of the biggest ones, and they utilize charge on a lot to charge their end customers, expose it on their experience portals. Experience portal cover ही नहीं करा मैंने. वो भी तो कवर करना है यार.
I think आपको एक बार talking points बनाने पड़ेंगे कि ये road
अरे
map
बना
type.
रखा है, उन बच्चों ने भेजा है मेरे को. मैंने कहा 25 मिनट हो गए, रहने देता हूँ. अभी आपके बोलते बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है एक्सपीरियंस क्लाउड. उनकी लिस्ट देखो तुम घबरा जाओगे. उन्होंने भेजी है 28 भेजे उन्होंने, तो मैंने तो 13-14 ही करे.
I think ChargeOn demo का एक अलग webinar हो सकता है.
हाँ यार, रुको मैं एक बार इसमें कर देता हूँ, लिख देता हूँ मैं. Please have Experience Cloud configured as well.
Hello.
Change the header and the logo on the Experience Cloud and add some random text and make it
ठीक
for some specific business use
ठीक है,
case.
मैं 1 मिनट में बोलता हूँ. Okay.
Identify what things we can
ठीक
do.
है. हाँ,
I just want to cover that piece as well a little bit. Create it for some business use case. I'm not sure which, but you guys can identify. The existing Experience Cloud that we have, we can modify it, change the logo, change the name, and maybe add couple of pages, and then I will just walk our audience through it. Fun है. ठीक है, industries charge on serves. Yeah, so finance and insurance definitely one of the biggest one that can utilize, and they are already utilizing it to charge their customers, run their different services, and charging the customers, exposing the charge on components onto the experience portal as well to allow their customers, their end customers, to be able to make the payments, view the transactions, view the subscriptions, and other details as well from there. Non-profit obviously utilizes charge on a lot for their donations and for sending the payment links, sending them the documents as well for the transaction that has went through. Then healthcare and life sciences as well, they can utilize it for all different kind of sources, scenarios. one-time transactions. If they had a big, I would say, some kind of surgery or some kind of procedure that happened. They can have the installment created for them. So that is one of our customers utilizing it for. Then we have higher ed and ed tech. A lot of customers are utilizing it for that particular perspective as well, primarily for subscription, but not only that, utilizing it for doing prorated, charges as well. The number of hours you consume of our consultants, of our, faculty, we would be charging you basis on that. So that is how higher education system is utilizing it.
Right.
Obviously, this makes more sense for finance, but obviously it was, I would say, pretty common for finance, but it was a specific use case for us to handle in edtech. Then e-commerce as well. We have seen e-commerce utilize this as well. B2B businesses utilizing ChargeOn to charge their customers, collect payments, running automated collections as well. Automated collection bhi cover nahi kara maine. Running automated collections as well. And then we have technology and SaaS, where the prorated and usage-based charging बोलूं क्या बोलूं usage-based collection matters a lot. Then we have travel and hospitality, where I showed you one of the examples which fits in really well in their use case, the authorize and capture and hold use case. And then we have manufacturing, where manufacturing can utilize it to charge the different customers that they have, or utilize it for their experience portal as well. So if some companies or some vendors are logging in and placing some orders, and they want to capture the amount there and there itself only, rather than their service executive or sales representative chasing them for money. Hey, you owe us $10,000. When are you giving back to me? So they don't have to do that. So that is something ChargeOn can help us in. Here are a few of the use cases. Now, these are just few. I think I have covered a lot. Slide back. So, yeah.
तो अपन को ये वॉक थ्रू करने की नीड है, वैसे मैं स्किप कर सकते हैं?
मैं बोल दूंगा, walk through
इंडस्ट्री
कर देंगे,
स्पेसिफिक यूज केसेस पे आए ना?
बता देंगे. हाँ, इंडस्ट्री
ठीक है.
स्पेसिफिक यूज केस में बता
ठीक
देंगे.
है. Vijay, I think you covered a lot of industries already, but I think we also mapped out a couple of specific use cases that we specially catered in the recent past. Would you like to walk our audience through that as well?
Definitely. I think that would be really helpful. So, education is one of them. So, EdTech company offering diplomas and certifications relied on a single payment gateway itself only, with no backup options. And as I mentioned earlier, you cannot do that if you are a organization, if you are an entity that handles multiple transactions, that handles transactions in bulk. You cannot rely on one payment gateway. If it goes down, even for ours, the customers you lost in
everything
that
falls
direction, they
apart.
are lost only. You cannot rely on that. You need a solution. You need a way to be able to manage that. How? ChargeOn comes in the way and rescue you over there.
Right.
It allows you to do orchestration of payments itself only, and that's exactly what we did. And it allows them to keep on collecting the payments, and then we also provided them automated collection as well. So they did not have to have a sales representative waiting in and then getting the payment. The system was doing that on its own, and you were just reviewing a report and seeing, where do I stand, how far how much well we are doing as compared to what we were doing earlier. Right. So that is possible now. Then we did it for hospitality industry as well, which had 30 plus luxury restaurants across US, New York, and all the metropolitan city in the world. And they had the way to be able to manage the transactions whenever somebody books a table beforehand, or whenever somebody books some kind of event that they have registered. They wanted to collect the money then and there itself only. But when you are doing that in Europe, you need to make sure you are 3D secure, and you have a way to handle 3D secure payments as well. So ChargeOn allows you to do that as well. So that is something that we were able to do for them, and it resulted 100% success rate for all the transactions that happened, and gave them the authenticity that they were looking for, given they were the luxury chain itself only handling a lot of things. So that was something that we did. Now there are many more use cases as well, which you can go onto our website and see them over there as well. चलेगा ना, वेबसाइट का बोल दूं ना, वेबसाइट पे जाके देख लो, बहुत है वहाँ पे. And moreover, if you want to know more about these kind of use cases, you can come and find me when we will be there in Dreamforce this year. And you should be looking out and just have a chat, just have some coffee.
And we also have a dedicated stop this time.
Yes,
We've
yes,
got
yes,
ChargeOn
yes.
booth, so please look out for that and meet us. We'll be there. A lot of our members would be there. Our CEO, our HR director, CTO. Obviously, I'll
Yeah.
be there as well. So we got a whole people there. So please come on and have a conversation.
Yeah, they're really great.
All right, Vijay, thank you for those examples. Now let's talk a very important aspect. How much does ChargeOn cost, right? There's a lot of options out there in the market, but do you want to speak about the pricing?
We have a flat pricing. 3,500.
Pricing वाला part आप cover करोगे या चारों
आप करो, मैं तो वही
ठीक है,
बोलूँगा.
ठीक है. All right, so guys, like we said, so we follow a very simple, effective pricing methodology when it comes to ChargeOn. We charge $3,500 US per organization per year. Now, this gets you access to many users, both ChargeOn and community users. We can share more details with you as well. Having said that, as also BJ mentioned in his previous demos and slides, ChargeOn is highly, highly customizable, and we understand that every business has different use cases. So we offer the customization part as well. We do it in terms of whatever you want. We do a separate estimation. मैं थोड़ा सा fix करके बोल दूँगा. That we do separate estimations, we give a quote, and then we do as one-time implementations. In addition to that, we also offer premium as well as different kind of support to help you once ChargeOn is live in your org to ensure we're there with you throughout, whatever issues that might come up. All right, Vijay. So what is next in the Salesforce payment landscape?
So the next is Headless 360. That's where Salesforce is heading towards. You have probably seen it or heard it. If you haven't, wait for Dreamforce and you will hear about it more. And then we have agentic payments as well. So what that means is, Headless 360 would allow you to run your Salesforce automations, run your Salesforce business processes, not only on Salesforce itself only, but in an environment, in a place which is more natural to you. Now, that could be Slack. Now, that could be Teams. That could be even ChatGPT or maybe Anthropic for you. Yeah, Anthropic being Claude, being for you. So that is Headless 360. You don't have to log into Salesforce to be able to utilize Salesforce and its capabilities and its, trust and security. You can run it from wherever you want. So that is what Headless 360 is going to be. And then we will see agentic payments weaving into more closely into the Salesforce ecosystem itself only. We have started seeing it into a broader landscape, but not at the Salesforce landscape, not at the SaaS level landscape, but maybe in a year you would be seeing that happening as well. What that means is you authorize and approve what things the agent is allowed to do, and then it does all of those things for you. If a transaction is coming up for a specific use case or for a specific scenario, the agentic payment will take care of that automatically, talking to different agents and handling that. So that is going to happen. We are not there yet in terms of Salesforce. We do have some of the SDKs available that could utilize and that could deliver these kind of solutions, but we are not there yet as of now. Now, for Headless 360, I am going to give you a sneak peek on how it is going to look like and how it's going to help you. It's a sneak peek. Why? Because Headless 360 is going to evolve in the Dreamforce itself only with the new announcements and the new capabilities that they would be offering. But here's a sneak peek how and what all things it can do for you. फिर मैं वो cover कर लूँगा अपना. उसके बाद मैं आप ही बता देना how can you get charged on.
ठीक है तो अपन skip कर सकते हैं side. Meet us at Dreamforce.
Yes.
All right, guys, like we also mentioned, we'll be there at Dreamforce this year. We have a dedicated ChargeOn booth where we'll be presenting and showcasing a lot of our demos, use cases, customer success stories. We have the entire team also present there, right from our CEO, CTO, myself, our head of growth, HR, various departments as well, to help you understand and answer as many questions as possible about ChargeOn. So definitely visit us there. Obviously the Dreamforce this time is from 15 to 17 September. That happens in San Francisco. So definitely meet us there. You can also pre-book your meetings with one of our consultants if that's the need. Right. So I'm sure the audience might have certain questions. Happy to answer those. ये आप लोग वहाँ पे ऐड कर दोगे ना comment box में वहाँ पे जो भी होंगे तो अभी वो already हैं आप लोगों के पास
उसी में डाल रखे हैं.
उसमें डाल रखे हैं आपने
सबसे एंड में डाल रखे हैं इन्होंने, अभी देखा मैंने.
अच्छा ये रे ठीक है विजय आपकी कोई प्रेफरेंस है तो मैं आपसे वो पूछ लूँगा
कुछ क्वेश्चंस में Q&A में से फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन पूछ लेना. कौन सा नहीं पूछना वो बता देता हूँ, मुझे कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 ये चलने दो यार, चलने दो अच्छा है. सारे पूछो आप तो,
ठीक है,
कुछ नहीं यार,
ऑलराइट,
आधे तो मैंने वैसे कवर कर दिए होंगे, आप पूछ लेना
हाँ ठीक है, अभी ये वाला वॉक थ्रू करना है या ये ऑन द स्पॉट ही कर लेंगे?
ऑन द स्पॉट कर लेंगे।